Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As a distant young boy murid, how should one be awake and aware during the day, instead of just waking up at nights when the beast weakens? Is the awareness during the day similar to the awareness at the night, or is it like the donkey that should be rode during the day and beaten at night?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You should not ride your donkey all day. You should not beat him nighttime. We have our donkey here. He's very spoiled. Then he died. But he's happy. Should treat them very nicely. To be awake and aware, it means to understand Allah's mercy that is reaching to you, and the wisdom and the intelligence of what you are doing and what you observe. During the daytime, Allah has created the daytime, He's saying, for work. You can still be awake and aware. Islam is not teaching you, you should not work, you should not do anything. Islam is teaching you, if you have Allah in your heart, the work that you're doing, it becomes part of ibadat. It becomes part of ibadat. And our Holy Prophet ﷺ, he engaged in so many different kinds of works to show that when you do the work that looks like a work for the dunya, but you have Allah in your heart, as that ayat is saying, they don't forget their Lord, they remember. They're standing, sitting, or lying down, they're trading, they still remember their Lord. Allah has given this to this nation especially, not to earlier nations. Earlier nations, to worship, they have to cut off everything completely. They have to cut off. They cannot just work and also worship. It cannot be. To worship, you have to have a set number of people. If you don't have it, it's not considered worship. To worship, you must only go to these houses of worship. And Allah has said, this whole world now, becomes a masjid for this nation. Understand how much more mercy Allah is giving to us. So now the work that you are doing, as our Shaykh is saying, if you come here, inshallah one day you will, who knows. Then we're going to tell you, do things in remembrance of Allah, and do things not in ghaflat. And sometimes to do things properly, and if zikr, saying Allah, Allah, Allah is going to make you to not do your work properly, don't do the zikr, because now is not the zikr time. Now is to do the work for Allah's sake properly. For example, if you are cleaning the masjid, and if you are not saying Allah, 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 Allah in your heart, but you are cleaning the masjid properly, you're going to see this has to be clean, take out all this dust, everything. And you're doing your work properly, because you're doing it for the sake of Allah. The intention is there, it is the same as you saying Allah, and it's even better. Better than the one who is lost in Allah, 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 but is cleaning the masjid in a sloppy way. What good is that? Do you understand? So to be awake and aware, not to do things in ghaflat, not to do things in forgetfulness, to do your work properly, whatever work that is given to you. You're a student, study well, properly, for the sake of Allah. Do your homework well, for the sake of Allah. Nighttime, what can you do? Nighttime is the time for worship. Nighttime is not the time for running around here and there to do things. Nighttime is the time that you're going to sit and you're going to meditate. You're going to worship, you're going to think. Because everything is slowing down. The whole nature is slowing down. Your body is slowing down. And when everyone is asleep, you're going to stay and you're going to say, Ya Rabbi, whole world is like dead. You're going to say to yourself, maybe this is like how it is in my grave. You start having those kinds of thoughts. You cannot really have those kinds of thoughts when you're working in the daytime. It's completely different. Do you understand? Some people still asking me the same question. Say, yeah. Okay. But don't ride your donkey daytime and don't beat your donkey nighttime. No need for that, inshallah. Be a good one. Assalamu alaikum.